What other deaths made me cry? Pfft, all of them. What's up guys, it's Caitlin and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell obviously by the title and the fact that I'm waving a wand in front of your face, I'm going to be doing the Harry Potter tag. I didn't know this tag existed, but then one day I was like thinking of a Harry Potter video I could do, and I'm like, wait, there has to be a Harry Potter tag. There's a tag for almost everything on YouTube. I know this channel, I mostly talk about music, so if you literally don't know anything about Harry Potter, don't care, that's totally fine. You don't have to watch this video. You should anyways though, because Harry Potter is awesome. To all my fellow Potterheads out here, if you're new here, hi, my name is Caitlin. This channel is mostly based around music and stuff like that. I usually do like music videos and playlists and travel logs, but I do the occasional tag, and I will be doing the occasional Harry Potter video starting now, because if there's anything I love more than music, it's Harry Potter. I shouldn't be holding this in the video, it's just gonna be me playing with this wand the entire time. If you guys like Harry Potter, let me know in the comments down below, because that'd be awesome. I freaking love Harry Potter, I love the books, I love the movies, I love everything about this series. I love talking about it. I didn't really grow up with a ton of friends that knew a lot about Harry Potter that liked it as much as me, so I figured why not make a video and talk to the internet about it, because if you don't have anyone else to talk about stuff with, talk to the internet. I know this is a tag, and I wasn't technically tagged in it. If any of my YouTube friends watching this that like Harry Potter, cough cough Liz Rogers, and you want to do this, you should do this. Anyways, without further ado, we're gonna get into the questions. I will leave all the questions in the description in case you want to follow along or do this with me. I'm still gonna hold this wand because this is fun. First question, favorite book? This is really hard, but I'm gonna have to say the first one. I recently started rereading the series, and a couple weeks ago I finished the first one, and I'm like, wow, that's fucking magical. I love everything about this book. It's where it all started, and it's just really nostalgic. And now reading it again, like literally more than 10 years later, I'm like, holy crap, I still love this series so freaking much. Next is favorite movie. Now, I have several answers for this because I can't choose. For the longest time growing up, it was The Chamber of Secrets and The Goblet of Fire were my two favorites. I love them so much ever since I saw them. But now looking back, I recently rewatched a couple of them, and for the past couple years, my three favorite movies have been The Prisoner of Azkaban, Order of the Phoenix, and Deathly Hallows Part 2, in that order. I love, love, love The Prisoner of Azkaban. I used to not love it as much as I do now, and I hate myself for it, because it's definitely one of the best movies, in my opinion, obviously. Everything about the movies, besides the fact that they leave stuff out, is perfect. Next question is least favorite book. Now you see, I'm probably gonna have to say The Goblet of Fire, only because it took me the longest to read. If you know anything about me, you know that I hate reading. I literally will never read for fun unless it's the Harry Potter series. And like, I couldn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to because I was just like forcing myself to read it rather than enjoying it. Hopefully rereading it will help me enjoy it more. The next question is gonna be a real doozy. Parts of the books / movies that made you cry. You know, I'm a very emotional person, and I get very, very, very emotionally attached to fictional characters. If there is a sad scene in a movie, there is a 110% chance I'm gonna cry. It's just inevitable, and especially when you're rewatching a movie or rereading a book and you know that a death is coming. For me, that just makes it 10 times worse. Like, no, it's not the shock factor anymore, but it's the fact that, oh my god, one of my favorite characters is about to die and I have to read it again or I have to watch it again. Most of the deaths make me cry, not gonna lie. The last movie I have a vivid memory of seeing in theaters was Order of the Phoenix. So when Sirius died, holy shit, my heart was ripped out of my chest and thrown across the movie theater, and I was crying so hard. I think my initial reaction to Sirius's death was the worst. What other deaths made me cry? Pfft, all of them. We don't talk about Fred Weasley because holy shit, I say Deathly Hallows Part 2 is my favorite movie because it is, and I love it so much, but it's also my least favorite movie because almost all of my favorite characters die. It's like actually hard for me to watch. Like, I have to emotionally prepare myself to read or to watch any movies where I know some characters I love are gonna die. Like Tonks and Lupin, I don't even want to think about it. Deaths that made me cry the most are Sirius, Dobby, definitely Dobby, Fred, Tonks, Lupin, and Snape. I'm not gonna get into the Snape debate right now, like that is a whole other argument. I loved Alan Rickman as an actor, and recently rewatching Deathly Hallows after he passed was really, really hard. I loved him so much as an actor. I think he did a phenomenal job. I personally think Alan Rickman was the best actor in the Harry Potter series, and I think he couldn't have done a better job on Snape. Seeing Snape die after knowing Alan Rickman had died was extremely hard for me. I cried a lot. The next question, on a totally different end of the spectrum, is if you could hook up with any Harry Potter character, who would it be? I like this question a lot, and I think I have a couple answers. It would either be Cedric Diggory, because that boy deserves so much more, or Draco Malfoy, because just gonna leave it at that. Also, transitioning to the next question, favorite character, because who can have just one favorite character? I have 3 tied for my favorite characters, and it is Draco Malfoy and the Weasley twins, which is why it's 3.
Hello, yeah, editing Caitlin here. You're an idiot. Forgot to mention your other favorite character, who is Sirius Black, who you're literally wearing on your shirt right now, like as you film this video. Yeah, sorry I'm an idiot, but Sirius Black is my other favorite character. I'm just dumb. Okay, carry on.
I absolutely love Malfoy's character in the books and in the movies, and I know they're pretty different in the books and the movies, and I know like people are like, oh my god, Malfoy's such a little bitch, like he could have gotten out of it, he could have gone to the good side, blah blah. Okay, I am a Slytherin. I'm a very hardcore Slytherin, as you can't tell by the Slytherin flag, and I've always known I've been a Slytherin. Yes, I took the Pottermore test, and yes, I actually am a Slytherin, but I adore Malfoy's character. Like, he's so funny. Like, he's literally just such a little wimp. I love Malfoy's character because of the character development he has, how much he changes as a person. He goes through all of this stuff, and he has to make some really hard decisions, and I just love the way his character was portrayed in the movies, too. I think Tom Felton did a fantastic job. No, I'm not like, oh my god, I hate the trio because I love Malfoy. Like, no, I still love Harry so much, and I love his character, too, but, like, Malfoy has just always been like, wow, I love you so much. And the Weasley twins, because I just love the connection that they have as brothers. I'm an only child, so I don't really know what it's like to have a connection with a sibling like that. Especially twins, especially identical twins of the same gender must have like such a strong connection. And I love how fucking goofy they are, and they are the comic relief of this entire series, and I love it so much. And I love their personalities and their characters. Yeah, those are my favorite characters. Next question is, what would your Patronus be? And I actually took this quiz on Pottermore, and my Patronus is a black swan. But if I were to pick one, like, for myself, I would probably pick a rabbit. Not just because I have rabbits and because I love rabbits, but because, like, rabbits are really, like, skittish and anxious. And, like, that's me. They're not super, like, energetic and high maintenance like a dog, but they're not completely laid back like a cat. So, like, I'd be a rabbit. Next question, if you could have the Resurrection Stone, Invisibility Cloak, or the Elder Wand, which would you choose? Despite the fact that I'm literally holding the Elder Wand right now, I would pick the Invisibility Cloak, obviously. Like, who wouldn't want that? You literally just sneak around everywhere. That'd be freaking awesome. Oh, next question is, what house would you be in? I'm a Slytherin. I've basically always been a Slytherin, and I am a very proud Slytherin. So proud of the fact that I want to get the Dark Mark tattooed on me somewhere. Not because I support what Death Eaters stand for, but because I think it looks cool, and I love being a Slytherin, and I love the series. Okay, whatever. Next, if you could meet any member of the cast, who would it be? Alan Rickman, hands down. I know you can't meet him now, obviously, but like I said, he was one of my favorite actors, and I love him so much. James and Oliver Phelps, because the Weasley twins, and I would just love to talk to them. Tom Felton, because one of my favorite people ever. Matthew Lewis, because I love Neville's character so much. I've also seen movies that other movies he's been in. Same with like Tom Felton, and I just love them as actors, and I love to talk to them and be like, hey, you're awesome. These movies changed my life. No big deal. Next question. Have you played any of the video games? Not really. I've always wanted to, but I've never had the game console. I did play stuff on the GameCube, the Lego Harry Potter, with my cousin a while back, and I don't remember it, but I've never actually owned any of the games myself. I should get the PC games and play them, like now. Like, granted, they're like 15 years old, but like, I should do it anyways, because that would be fun. But I'm also terrible at video games, so maybe it wouldn't be that fun. Next, if you were on the Quidditch team, which position would you play? I've thought about this question a lot, and for the longest time, I was like, I'd be a seeker. Then I realized it for a second, I'm like, first of all, I'm not that fast. Second of all, you have to have a really good eye and be able to pick up on everything. Be really observant to be a seeker, because you gotta see the snitch. One, have terrible eyesight, and two, I'm not that observant. So I feel like my answer would be keeper. I feel like blocking shots from the goalposts is easier than trying to aim them in. You know what I mean? Because I don't have good aim. So I wouldn't be a chaser. But I think I would be a good keeper because I could like block shots away. So yeah, keeper. The next question is, were you happy with the ending? I'm not happy it ended, but I'm pretty happy with the ending. Obviously, there are some characters I really don't think should have died, and I feel like everyone feels that way. If I could change any death in this entire series, it would either be Fred Weasley or Sirius Black, as I wear the Have You Seen This Wizard Sirius Black shirt. Sirius because Harry finally found family and he finally had someone, and J.K. Rowling just had to rip that away from him right in front of his face. Literally right in front of his face. Same with Fred. I would have been okay with her taking away any other Weasley except for the twins, and maybe Molly. Twins have a bond that literally no one can understand unless you're a twin as well. George knew everything about Fred, and Fred knew everything about George. It breaks me to even think about the fact that she has to live without him, and I'm literally about to start crying. So I don't like that she killed off those characters. Obviously, I don't like that she killed off a lot of others, but I do like how it ended. I really like how it ended where it started. On platform 9 3/4 at Albus and Scorpius's first day. Really sad that it ended, but I think she did a really good job with it. And the last question is, how much does Harry Potter mean to you? The answer is a lot. Without getting too in detail, because I tend to ramble about this kind of stuff. As I mentioned before, I've always basically hated reading anything, but I've never been like, oh my god, I really want to read this book right now, except for Harry Potter. Harry Potter has been such a huge part of my life. I've basically known about it since I could remember, because the first book came out in 97. That was before I was even born. So this series has existed my entire life. There's just something, no pun intended, magical about it. J.K. Rowling's imagination is incredible. She's the only person on this planet that could ever think of something like that. And I'm so thankful she did. This story has given me a whole entire world to live in outside of mine. No, there's no such thing as Hogwarts, there's no such thing as magic, but reading these books and seeing these movies, it makes you feel like there is, and that's the best part. I literally am speechless. I have no words to describe how much I love this series. She made the characters so relatable, and she made the characters so lovable and some hateable. She is literally a genius. It's just the fact that there are millions of people out there that love the same things as much as you do, and I think that is magical, and this entire series is magical. It gave me a different world to escape to, and how much emotional connection people have to it is amazing. Literally every single time I've been to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, every time I walk in, whether it's Diagon Alley, the new part, or whether it's Hogsmeade, I literally just walk in and I look around and I start crying because I love it so much. I love this world and I love everything about Harry Potter. Harry Potter has just always been a source of happiness for me. I can never thank anyone enough for this. J.K. Rowling for writing this series, to any of the actors for bringing these characters to life, to any of the crew members or anyone involved in making the movies that literally brought this to life. I'm so thankful that I've stumbled across this and I've fallen in love with it, because my life wouldn't be the same without it, honestly. Yeah, basically, that just got way too emotional, way too sappy. I have been probably rambling about that last question for 10 minutes. Don't worry, I probably cut a bunch of it out. Anyways, yeah, that's it. That's the Harry Potter tag. I know I just did a tag last week, but I like filming these tag videos mostly because I love watching them. I constantly go through the music tags or the Harry Potter tags or Disney tags all the time, and I just watch these videos. I find so many YouTubers that way. I'm just really curious to hear people's answers. Like I said, if you guys like Harry Potter, I will leave all the questions in the description below. If you want to make a video, even if you're not a YouTuber and you want to make this video, I tag you to make this video right now if you love Harry Potter, because I'm so curious to hear your answers. You should leave some of your answers in the comments down below. I'm super interested. What house are you guys? Are there any fellow Slytherins? Let me know. Who are your favorite characters? What are your favorite books or movies? What parts of the books made you cry? I hope I'm not alone. Let me know. I'm so curious. Literally talk to me about Harry Potter. I love talking about Harry Potter. Now that you guys have all seen me completely nerd out, I think that's a good cue to end the video. My social media will be in the description down below, as it always is. Tweet me about Harry Potter. Let's talk about Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.